Welcome everybody to the Guys Podcast, first episode on Capture Media. Today we have three amazing guests. They all sacrificed to be here today. Shanae moved and she still came here. Kimmy flew in from San Francisco. And Danielle, she had to switch with somebody on her job just to be here. So I'm so excited. And today we're gonna be talking about modern day dating, relationships, intersexual dynamics, all that stuff. I'm excited. So since we have three high earning women here, let's get into the first topic. Do you think women who have high earning potential did they actually outprice themselves in the dating market? Shanae, what do you think? Oh, wait, hold on, we gotta introduce everybody. Name, age, and dating status, starting with Shanae.
Hi everybody, my name is Shanae. I am 32 years old. I'm October 19th, so I'm a Libra. And for dating status, that is complicated.
Hi, I'm Kimberly. I am 29 years old, and I've been in a relationship for 8 years. As of yesterday.
Awesome.
Congrats!
And congrats to your boyfriend. He just graduated, right? From medical school.
He graduated last year, but he's just finishing his first year of residency.
Awesome. Dope. And
I'm Danielle. I'm single. I'm 28 years old, and life is complicated.
Okay, so let's get into this first question. Let's get right into it. Do you think the amount of money you ladies make has it made it harder for you guys to actually find boyfriends? Has it been harder in the dating scene for you guys because you earn so much? And because women are hypergamous? Shanae.
Well, I just recently came out of a 5-year relationship. So as far as the dating scene, like right now, I'm not too sure. But when I was single, I don't really feel like it really inhibited any type of opportunities. I just think that, like I tell myself and I tell my friends, you just have to go where the people are that are doing the things that you want to do. So for example, if you're trying to be with somebody who makes a lot of money and you're in New York City, go to Fi-Di, go to the happy hours there. Like, why are you gonna go to McDonald's? Like, you're not gonna find anybody there. So that's just my opinion. I think it just depends.
Okay. Kimmy, what do you think?
I have been out of the dating market for almost a decade now. Okay. I don't even know what modern dating is. I don't know.
But you still get attention from guys, and you still, if you were single, like how do you think you would fare in the dating market?
Well, just to backtrack, when me and my boyfriend started dating, we were both college students, broke, so that was never a thing. But I guess now that I earn money, if I had to put myself in that situation, I could see how it could be a barrier to dating certain people.
Gotcha. Mm-hmm. What you think, Danielle?
I think it varies,
okay.
And I say that because I think a lot of people like come and go, but at the same time, no one actually, most recently, no one's actually taking the time to like invest or even take the time to get to know another person long enough for it to even make a difference. See, I've seen both sides where I'm like, oh, that's overwhelming. Like, nobody cares that you have all that money. Don't care that you're going to come pick me up in a limo at 9. Don't care that you got 2 dozen roses. Like, what are you trying to cover up that is like underneath all of that? Like, I don't want someone that's so pushy. Like I told you before, like, I'm the type of person that will say, hey, let's grab a cup of coffee, walk the park with the dog, hang out, get to know one another, keep it simple, and this way there's no pressure. I feel like when you start to say, like, I'm not gonna open up on my dating app and be like the first conversation out there, yeah, I'm a nurse, like I'm a high paying like shorty, like what's up? Like I got money, like what's going on? What's in your pocket? Like I think like now, especially with social media, yes, everybody could see what you have, like you could flaunt this and that, but nobody actually takes the time to look past that, or because it could be fake. Like I know somebody that just got out of jail not even a month ago, and he's driving around in a Bentley, and it's not his, but he's taking pictures like it's his. So other girls may look at that and be like, wow, like he has something to offer because he's driving in a Bentley that's brand new, 2023, off the streets, like. But what do you realistically have to offer behind that? Like, yes, money is huge, and it is an opportunity to share with somebody else if you both make great money. But it's not everything, because what's behind that?
Yeah.
Same thing with sex. Like, what's behind that? I could have sex with you, but do I enjoy this? Because if not, there's the door.
Yeah. And I think, you guys made some good points, but I think as a man, to even get a date with a woman, you have to bring certain things to the table. You have to check certain boxes. As a woman, the biggest thing is just being presentable, being attractive. But as a man, you have to have, drive, ambition. You have to be able to, be at a certain level for women to even notice you. And that's the problem right now. I feel like a lot of times, guys don't even get a chance because they're not earning a certain amount of money.
But I feel like that's on both ends, because even given the dating apps or even Instagram or anything like that, social media, or even in the street, I mean, it's not as common in the street, but if me and you were talking today, we matched, we like each other, we're talking, you also match with Kim and you match with her. I didn't answer you today. I was busy at work. You're talking to Kim, and now you and Kim planned a date for tomorrow. I'm out. The option's already filled. Like, there's so many options, and it's so heavily
So wait, I
populated.
have to stop you. There's options for women. Women
There's
have
options for men too.
Not really.
Absolutely. If you don't think that a man,
Listen, 1 in 3 men are virgins or haven't had sex in the last 3 years, right? Like, women are so privileged in the dating market, and privilege is invisible to those who have it, right? It's easy. So a lot of times women who at a certain level only deal with a certain level of guys. So those guys in that group get all the girls, right? Like I was telling you guys off camera, women, since the beginning of time, 90% of women have procreated with only like 40% of men, right? More women have put their DNA into the gene pool than men. Women are hypergamous. Women have always shared men. It's always been a small group of guys dating the majority of women. So it's like a little bit different. But, for you guys, having earned or having that kind of earning potential is kind of hard, because men, we don't care about a woman's money. So the guys that you want, the guys that you go after, don't care about the things that you care about, because as far as in dating, right? Because a lot of times women think that men are attracted to what they are attracted to in men, and it's completely different, right? Like, Shanae, you just got out of a relationship, and you were saying, so why did you guys, like, what happened? Like, what really went on?
So,
let's go. Share it, spill
personal. I would say that, I'm gonna piggyback off what you were saying earlier about, will women date people who are not, like, I guess, financially at their level. So I feel like for me, yes, I would want to date somebody who's at a certain financial level, but I also feel like, I don't know if you ever watched any Kevin Samuel stuff, but like the Henry, like, if someone has the potential to make it to a certain level and I see them and I really do believe in what they're doing, then that's fine, then I can ride with you. But I have to feel that you're really going after that.
Yeah.
Like, say for example, if your boyfriend was in medical school, like, that's a big deal. Like, you can wait a little bit because you know what he's gonna be, capable
right?
of.
But you're not gonna wait if you don't see him put in
Exactly.
the time, and then he's just
and you give
jerking
people
around.
time, and then when you don't see certain things happening, or maybe if you're unsure, or maybe any type of doubt, that's the time to step aside and to see what else, work on yourself, because in any relationship, even though I may feel a certain way about certain things, is both people contributing things that are positive and negative. So, sometimes you have to step aside, you work on you, I work on me, and then that's what it's gonna be.
Yeah. I feel like, women date based off of a man's potential. Will this pay off for me? A lot of times women take risks and they date guys that are not where they want to be now. But if that woman thinks that man has a potential to become successful, she'll do it. And when that man doesn't become successful, that woman feels betrayed. So I always say, guys,
Resentful.
Yeah.
That's what that is.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, damn, am I gonna do everything now?
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
And when a woman is forced to
waiting.
step into her masculine, then she's going to resent you. She's not going to be happy. So, and I tell guys all the time, don't even focus on women. Get your money right. Go to the gym, work out, go after your goals or your dreams, and women will come after you. Don't chase women. Chase your success. Because if you don't, even if you get that woman and you make her the priority and not your goals and your dream and your vision, then she'll leave you, because you're not the man that she, was going after before you guys got together. So, and when you do reach your goals and your vision and you obtain all of that, she's going to benefit from it. Like I always say, men make money for women and children to be dependent upon him. Women make money so that they can be independent of men. So it's totally different. Like, we're built to provide and, long term provide for women and children. But women, when they have to provide and step into that masculine role, they'll resent you for that. Kim, how did it feel? Like your boyfriend just graduated, so I know he had to work hard and struggle. Medical school is expensive.
Can I ask you a question though?
Ask me whatever this will be here for.
You were saying. So
ask me all the tough questions.
For a man who like doesn't have their shit together, like kind of like what Danielle was saying, what are your thoughts on that? Because yes, I can agree that men they don't care about women's money, they want to provide, but then what do you say about men who just don't have their shit together, they're financially wise, and just they don't have their priorities straight?
I think it's inexcusable, right? As a man, you have to have your shit together. You have to, because it's different. Like I always say, women are born with value. Men have to go out and get their value, right? So a woman who has accomplished nothing, doesn't have a job, if she's pretty enough or even average, she can end up on a boat with billionaires and millions. As a man, I have to buy that fucking boat, and I have to bring the girls to that boat. Like, there's no way a man, even if you're handsome, right? You can't, you have to work hard. You have to be the one providing that. Women, they get invited to places, get into clubs for free. Men will never be able to, share into that privilege. So as a man, don't think about women. Stay focused on your goals, your dreams, your visions. Go after them. Stay healthy, stay fit, go to the gym, eat right. Don't even think about females. After that, then you can, make yourself presentable in the dating scene.
Do you think men realize that though? Like,
I hope so.
Can you confidently say that most people,
I would hope
most
so.
men have
I would
that
hope.
Understanding? Because for you, it's something that's solid. It's common sense.
Yeah.
It's like
Right, but you're a man
you
that
understand
has
that.
himself.
You understand that. Do you feel like that's a shared understanding? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't think so, but I have, I just have standards for myself, and it's not even about females. Like, I want to go to the gym because I want to be healthy. I want to look a certain kind of way. I want to give my, self the best chance to live. Yeah, the healthiest
But
I can.
this is who you are. This
That's
is
who
what
I am.
makes you you. Like, that's what I was trying to express to somebody I was dating recently, that like, who are you before I came around? Like, what were you doing on a Tuesday afternoon when I'm saying I'm gonna go get my nails done and go to the gym? Were you sitting on your couch eating bonbons, or were you saying, you know what, I've been already out since 8 a.m. I had breakfast, I had coffee, I made a phone call, I made a meeting. Whatever it is that you have to do that makes you whole as a person without somebody else. Because I don't want to come in and be like, well, what is it that
Like,
you
what
do?
is
You're
your
just gonna
routine?
join me in my routine, my daily things. It's just gonna edge you into it. That's not. It's not okay. Then
No, I agree
feel
with you.
right.
Yeah.
Then I feel
It's a
like
turn off.
it's a turn off, but it's also that I
Yeah.
feel like my every move is gonna generate or make you feel some kind of way. Like if I say like, oh, I have dinner plans with Kim and I'm going to Brooklyn tonight. Oh, okay. Like I'll sit here and wait. Well, now I feel bad. Like, now you're just gonna sit around and like wait for me to come home, wait for me to finish my plans. What do you do?
Yeah. But you have to, like I was telling you earlier too. You have to kind of like take accountability and question yourself. Why do you allow men like that in your life, right? You have to understand who that man is before you got there. A woman can't motivate a man. A man has to go after what he wants for himself. Right? A woman can't rely on a female to motivate him to get up in the morning. He's a bum.
Right. But like I also feel like that starts a lot of insecurities, because if you're a woman who has, themselves and takes care of everything, such as I do, you have a man that comes in and sees all this and they're like, well damn. I don't really gotta do much here, do I? This is kind of nice. Max and relax, put my fucking feet up. And they take it for granted in a way where it's like, wait a second, you're not even putting in any effort. Like, I'm on the dating apps and I have people saying like, oh, what are you doing? Like, can I come over? What? First of all, I don't know you. I just met you. I have a rule. You're not coming in my apartment. And to do what?
Yeah.
I could sit in my apartment by myself and watch TV. I don't need you breathing down my neck trying to take my clothes off. It's uncomfortable, and then I have to tell you to go home. Like, it just doesn't make sense. Like, why would you want to have that awkward encounter, even if it's 1 out of 5? oh, I do this, five times a week with all different girls, and I get turned down once. Isn't that awkward? Aren't you embarrassed?
Yeah.
Like, isn't it enough is enough? Like, and when I tell guys that, they actually get offended by me.
Wait, when you tell guys
That they're not like, I think it's inappropriate that they're asking me to come to their apartment or vice versa. I haven't met you yet. It's not like I'm asking you to plan a restaurant dinner date where we have to get dressed up to the nines and you need to impress me.
Yeah.
But put in a little bit of respect and effort where it's not like, okay, you know what I'm coming for.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm not just looking for a one night stand, but I'm looking for a hookup that leads into something more serious. That's not a response.
Yeah. I mean, it's tough. I mean, a lot of guys out here, they don't have any direction, they don't have any drive. So, like I said, don't even think about dating or going out trying to, try to date women if you don't have your shit together first as a man. But you have to start to say, you have to ask yourself what you want when you're dating. You have to go after, the things that you know is going to help you succeed, right, within a relationship. And if you're dating guys that don't got their shit together, then. But like I said to you earlier, a lot of times women feel like they're attracted to men that they can build up or that they can help, men who are broken. But I don't think that's a good.
Because then I think they'll be loyal.
But see now
walk
loyal
away after all that.
But loyal how? As far as loyal not by
Like
not
you owe me something.
yeah, you okay. But so in terms of like being sexually exclusive to you, or what do you?
Yes, sexually exclusive, like
All men cheat.
No,
Like, they'll give you what you want.
right, like this
treat
is
you
my
how you
guy,
want-
and now
how
that
you wanna
he
be
is where
treated.
he stands,
Yeah.
like now it's time that I'm taken care of. Like now I know, like I sat here, I wrote it out. Like now's my time. Like now. But also, like it should never be where like the man's struggling so much that he's not pedestaling his woman and she's not pedestaling him. And I think that's why all men cheat, because the minute that honeymoon phase, that banter, that back and forth, that changes, it's like now we're searching for that again because it feels good. It's nice to have somebody notice you, notice that you got your hair done, notice that you're doing your eyelashes, or you got blush on this morning, or that you're wearing a new hat, oh, you got new shoes. Like you want your woman to come in and be like, damn, oh, you're looking good, daddy, you're so fine. Like just coming for, and the same thing, like you want to walk into your apartment or your house and your man is either waiting for you cooking dinner or even not even
Cooking dinner?
waiting for you to come home because he knows that you had a hard day at work, or that you got your hair done and you look good and you can't wait to show him. And if it's neglected in any way in the slightest, that next day you go to work and someone at work doesn't neglect it, your mind starts to cycle to that, like, oh wow, like Johnny at work noticed I did my hair, and he's noticing things that my husband doesn't.
But you know what I think though? Like you said a lot, so to unpack a little bit, I think you become the man that you want to date. Right? I think that a lot of the qualities that you're talking about, those are qualities that you want in your man, but because of, your upbringing, what you had to go through, you had to overcome a lot and you had to step into certain, roles. Exactly.
Technically, like speaking, like I don't know what a good man looks like. Yeah. I could only like configure in my head what I think is appropriate. Like to me, if the garbage is full, it shouldn't be.
Yeah.
Like the man should be like, hey, let me take that out for you. My woman is working 12 hours, 14 hours a day. Let me make that easier on her. I worked. I'm a man. I went to work 9 to 5. But my woman who carries children, who bears cleaning of the house, who takes care of things, who makes sure that there's food kept in the house. Let me make sure that her day is ended better than it started.
So do you believe in gender roles? Are you a traditional woman?
Not necessarily, no.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't say like traditional, like wholeheartedly. I believe whatever fits.
Okay.
Like however it works. Like if it doesn't work for me to do the laundry this week, you're damn well you could do it. Like we could step into each other's roles when needed because we're supposed to be partners.
I agree.
Not a man and a woman. We are partners. We're in this together, and if we can't communicate that out and say, hey, you know what, this week it's looking a little rough for me. I can't do X, Y, and Z. You got to do it, or just vice versa, like just knowing that you're going to be there for one another, and when you get home, it's not going to be, now I got to go home and argue with her, or I got to go home and deal with him. Like, I want to come home and it's ease, because that's your peace right there. So that person is supposed to be a part of your peace, and that you're building to grow together. not building to just grow. Like it's either you're gonna, like I told somebody once, I'm like, it's either you're gonna be Captain Save a Hoe or Captain Build and Grow. Like it's either like one or the other. You can't sit here, because men like to save women too.
Yeah.
Men think that like, oh, like, yeah, she's down and out, but if I help her and build her up, like then she'll be something someday. And it's like, well, how many times can you save somebody? It's either you're gonna build and grow for yourself, and what follows, because you can only drag somebody so far.
But I feel like, you know, when a man is in his masculinity and he's taking care of what he needs to take care of, I think everything falls into place, right? I feel like when I'm dating a woman, I'll always offer the opportunity for her to work electively, right?
Right.
And not because she has to work. I feel like when a woman is out there working hard, busting her ass, having to overcompensate and do everything, she steps out of her femininity and gets more into her masculine, and then it makes it harder, and then things get out of whack and out of balance. I think, you know, opposites attract, and I think, you know, the best chemistry is asymmetrical, right? I don't look for in you what you look for in me.
No.
What do you think about that, Shanae?
I mean, I agree. I think that, like you said, it's like magnets. Like, you need to have opposites in order for there to be an attraction.
Yeah.
So I do think that when, you know, to your point also about like not having traditional like gender roles, I think that when it's clearly communicated and everyone's doing what needs to be done and it is that harmony, I feel like, you know, naturally there's going to be some type of like asymmetry between them, and that's going to work. So yeah, I agree.
You agree with that? What do you think, Kimmy?
Gender roles. I agree, essentially. Like, I don't believe in like strict gender roles, but I would say that every relationship has a certain dynamic, and no matter like whoever's doing what, no matter what it is, as long as everything is being done, that's what's gonna make it work. Yeah.
So do you believe that in order for a relationship to be successful, the man has to be in the leadership role? Do you believe the man has to be, you know, the one that's, you know, doing, you know, that's providing the majority, you know, the finances, that's provisioning and things like that? Or do you feel like it's 50-50?
I don't necessarily think the man has to provide, but
You don't think the man has to provide?
well, because I've seen relationships where the man isn't the provider, but then it goes into the conversation that we were having before, that when the woman is the breadwinner, what kind of problems that brings on, and like what that does for the dynamic, and how that can create resentment on both sides. But I mean, there's plenty of people who the woman is the bread maker, so.
But I don't think relationships last long term when the woman is the predominant breadwinner, right? I mean, if you look at a big part of masculinity is providing, right?
Okay,
A
but
big
look
part.
at Beyonce and JayZ.
But so look at them in terms of what though? Like
Beyonce is way more, like, obviously JayZ has status. We all we all know that. But at the backhand, like, when you look at what Beyonce, like, her role as a woman in status wise, like, she's way more like advanced and known and talked about and looked at and everything. Like, if she's on TV, like, people are tuning in. If JayZ's turning on TV, only a small group of people are going to be looking towards that. Like, Beyonce is worldwide, like, so is JayZ, but Beyonce is just
but that's
beyond.
Yeah, but that's like an exception to the rule. And also,
right, but also if you look at it, she's beyond where she is because of him.
I mean,
In the back scheme of things, like, he built her up to where she is and has that status, but at the same time,
I wouldn't say he built her up, but what I'm saying is, if they were separate, so if they was to get a separation, JayZ can replace her quicker than she can replace him. Because women, right, they date across or up. Women are hypergamous, right? A man with money he can go date a girl that works at Starbucks or works at Blimpies, right? A woman who makes that kind of money wants a man on her level or above. So with that, that's like an exception to the rule. I don't really like using celebrities as cases because it's different. When we talking about like the majority, I feel like in order for the relationship to work, the man has to be in the leadership role. I feel like the woman has to love, admire, and respect that man and look up to that man. Women tend not to date their equals. They date their superiors, right? They want a man that has more earning potential than them. They want a man that's more competent than them. They want a man that's able to lead. They want a man that's more, just more capable, right? Like, what do you think, Shanae, about that?
No, I agree 100%. As far as a man being in a leadership role, I feel like I don't know. Like I feel like I don't think it should be 50-50, but I guess like also when you're a good leader, you also know whose strengths are like are needed at the time. Like you know, like maybe like I don't know if me and you were together or whatever. You know what I'm trying to say? If we were together and then you know I'm the leader, but then I know that you're way better at I don't know communicating with somebody. You know. It would be for you to take that on and take lead on that. So I don't know necessarily how I feel about that, but I ultimately do feel like that is what works and that is what's nature. So I would say yes, but
yeah, I feel like that's the roles that usually take on. Like the woman usually does a lot of the housework and like phone calls and appointment making and all that. And I think like the man obviously provides, but like I've seen instances where like the man is like, I'm not doing that.
We're not doing what?
Anything like that has to do with like the house, the bills. I'm not doing it. I gave you money for the month. That's it. What else you want?
I feel like that goes back to like what you were saying like before about the non-traditional roles. I just think that if like that works for them and they both agree to that, then that's good. But if you didn't agree to that, that's kind of like what? Like
But also I feel like it's not an agreement. Like it's almost like this is what you get. Like, what do you mean? I'm the breadwinner. There are women who marry rich men and never see them, but they'll come home Saturday night and there'll be a $14,000 Chanel bag on the counter, and with a nice little love note or something, and they go to sleep happy.
Yeah.
But you know, how long can that truly go on for? Where you know the man is just a simple breadwinner and the woman is there to take and provide for everything else, where there's no affection and attention. Like, do you think like a man can be a provider and a caretaker? Like,
Yes,
do you
but
think it's possible for them to step into both roles? Because I've seen it where it's like, I've been at work all day. I'm not taking the kids to basketball. I'm not doing that.
I mean, it's tough. It's tough. You know, a lot of women, they want successful men, but they don't want busy men. Right. So a lot of times you have to understand when you're dating a man that's successful, he's going to be busy. He's going to be occupied. He's going to be doing different things. He's going to be traveling. He's going to be flying different places. So, you know, you just have to know what you're doing before you do it. And a lot of times, you know, a lot of men do make sacrifices, you know, spending time with their kids and taking meetings, flying. You just have to create that balance as a man. But, you know, it's difficult. I feel like the mom is the first teacher. And, you know, when there's no greater bond than a mom and her child, especially in the earliest stages. So I think the mom's role is to nurture that child and be the child's first teacher. The man has to go out and get it, right? The man has to go out and provide, protect. You know, the bills have to be paid. You know, things have to, you know, stay running as they should.
So when you say one of them has to be the leader, you're talking more like financial?
Yeah, I mean leader as far as making decisions. Because women tend to make decisions based off of emotion, right? Men are more logically sound, right? Men are more, you know, deductive problem solvers, right? So even me, when my girl, you know, she comes to me and she's telling me about problems, I'm like, all right, babe, I'm gonna solve it for you. She's like, no, asshole, I don't want you to fucking solve it. I want you to listen. I'm not wired like that. Like, if someone comes to me with a problem, I want to solve it.
Yeah.
But she told me she wants me to just listen and have her vent. That's cool. So when you're dating, you know, when you're with a woman, you have to understand that she has needs too. So you have to understand that as a man. But we're just like wired totally different. As a man, I have to fucking go out and get it. If I'm sad, if I'm excited, if I'm happy, if I'm mad, I can't let that emotion, that feeling that I have, prevent me from going out to get what I have to get. As a woman, I feel like, you know, a lot of times, even when I'm speaking with her, it's like an emotional roller coaster. And she even told me that she enjoys it when there's an emotional roller coaster, right? And that goes into my next topic about cheating. I always say this. I say men. Like, you know, I always say women value variety in emotion. Men value variety in females. So now, so here's my next question for you ladies. Is cheating different when a man does it, right? In comparison to when a woman does it? Thank you, Shanae. Like, let's keep it real.
Of course it's
I think it's disloyal either way, but yeah.
Disloyal? So you don't feel that men and women show their loyalty different?
No, they do, but
Okay.
I mean, like, but I still think that either way, like, regardless of your nature and that the maker, whatever you believe in, decided that
Biology?
you have testosterone and you're gonna be more, just want to have sex with everybody. Yeah, I get that, and I understand that it's not in men's nature to not go and have sex, but I still feel like at the end of the day, you still make a decision as an adult.
But it's not in a man's nature to be monogamous sexually to one
It's
woman.
not, but it's still disloyal.
And I would argue
Where
that.
does it say that though?
But
Right.
I would argue
Where's the facts
because
on that?
no, it's just based upon our biological makeup, right? Like I was telling you, right?
No,
Because
I get that, the biology,
Uh-huh.
whatever, but like, where does it say that? Like, what is it?
So I think, right, there's a social construct put in place for men who are not that financially successful to be with one woman because that's a mating strategy, right? Like most men can't get other, they're not desirable by females. They can't attract other females. So for them, a mating strategy is to put everything into one female, right? But when you look at since the beginning of time, men who are successful has always dated and were engaging with multiple women, always. And men and women show loyalty different. A woman shows her loyalty by not sleeping with someone. Men show their loyalty by providing, protecting, provisioning, and being willing to die for you. So what happens is a lot of times females view loyalty through the female lens, right? Because when a woman loves, cares about someone, and respects, her man, when she loves, respects, and admires her man, other men are fucking invisible, right? And for a man, we can love our wife. She can do everything. She can be the best woman ever, but we still want to sleep with other women.
So does that make it okay?
It's not that. I mean, here's the thing. I tell guys straight up, be honest with your girl straight up and tell you, listen, this is what it is.
Trying to get them killed.
No, but but here's the thing. I always say, so you're gonna leave a man who checks all your boxes, right? Because he cheated and go to another man that's going to do the same shit. And I would argue, like I was telling y'all, women don't like men who cheat, but women only date men who are capable of cheating because you're going for that 3%, right? And those men are the more attractive men, right? They have the highest earning potential. Those men will never be loyal to you. So why would you leave a man that's checking all your boxes because he has sex with a woman, and you're gonna leave him and do it and go to another man who's gonna do the same shit? And a man is only as faithful as his options. It's just that rich men do what men who don't have that type of opportunity to do it would do if they had that chance. You don't agree with that?
So you don't think it's possible that a man can be super successful and still have the option to cheat but don't want to cheat?
So here's the thing, right? Men don't work hard. Like I said, women are born with value. Men have to obtain their value, right? So imagine when a woman's at her peak, right? So they polled men all ages. They said that they found women the most attractive between the ages of 18 and 24. Right?
Okay.
So that's a woman's sexual market. Like in the sexual market, that's her peak value, right? Most women at that age are not considering settling down. Most women at that age are having hot girl summers. They're flying around because they're at their at their most valuable stage in the sexual, not your human value. I have to be very clear with everybody. We're not talking about a person's human value. We're talking about their sexual market value, right? So when you look at it, most women at that age are not looking to settle down. So why should a man who had to fucking bust his ass, grind, work hard, who was virtually invisible when he was in his 20s, right? Because women and men, they hit their peak differently, right? And I always say, it's not that women are more mature, they mature quicker than men, is that a woman's biological clock ticks quicker than a man's. You have a finite time to be able to bring a healthy baby to term while you still being healthy yourself, right?
Yeah.
Men, we don't get our value till we're 35, 40. So why should a man who bust his ass, work very hard to grind, when he finally gets a chance to be desired by multiple women, why should he be sexually monogamous to you when he can have other women but still give you the last name, the ring, right, the kids? I'm gonna tell my daughter the same. I would never tell you ladies anything different than I'll tell my daughter.
Yeah.
If my daughter tells me, Daddy, the man that I'm married to cheated on me, first, does he check all your boxes? You got the last name, you got the kids, you got the house, you got everything, right? Why would you leave that man to go to another man, right, that's going to do the same exact shit that he did?
So I guess like you said, like why should somebody expect that now that he's at that certain level that he worked up towards, like why should he be only with you.
Mm-hmm.
But it goes back to what you said. Like, what if like you were the person that was on the rise, and everyone else was like, "Oh, you were some bum. You were the broke person. They ain't got no money." But you're like, "No, I see the potential. No, I believe in them. No, they could accomplish those things."
Wait, you're saying that? Wait, say that. I'm sorry. So like you're saying as the woman. As the woman.
As a woman. So it's like I showed my loyalty by not sleeping with other people, by staying with you, supporting you, you know, believing in you, encouraging you, giving you good energy, all that good stuff. So it's like, I think when you do reach that at that point, because I was there. Like, if I just pop up out of nowhere, that's a different story. But if I was there the whole time, no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
But you can't conflate a man's loyalty with him sleeping with another woman. Right?
I know you can't, but it's just how, as a woman, that's how we see it.
I know. All these years.
So let me explain this to you.
My years, my pride.
Still okay.
When the other person
okay, so this is. No, I get it.
No, I believed in that look.
No, I get it, right? Like you guys.
Panties, like what?
No, I understand. But here's the thing, right? Like, so when you're dealing with a woman, like I said earlier, when a woman is with a man that she loves, like if you ask most women, would you rather sleep with one guy that checks all your boxes, right? That you love, admire, and respect, or would you sleep with multiple men? During the time period, most women would say they rather sleep with one guy that they love, admire, and respect. Absolutely. Right? Because when a woman is with a man that she loves, admire, and respects, like every other fucking guy's invisible. That's true. Men, we want the most. I always say this: men want the most, women want the best. Men want quantity, women are.
That's true.
Yeah,
because
women love
sometimes y'all be cheating
quality.
with some people, and I'm be like.
Yo, it's so crazy
that person?
Yeah, but here's the thing, Shanae. A man doesn't even have to be right. A girl doesn't have to be attractive. Yeah, no, but a girl doesn't have to even be attractive for a guy to sleep with her. But I always say too that when a woman sleeps with a man, that man can potentially be her boyfriend. Yeah. Every girl that. It's true because you know why?
Maybe not everybody.
Because a man has to check so many boxes before you even give him a chance on a date, right? So now when you take it further to intimacy. That man checks so many invisible boxes that, you're willing to sleep with him or spend time with him in a romantic way. It's different. As a man, I don't have to even like the woman. Yeah. And we'll sleep with her. Women get turned on like a knob. Men get turned on like a switch, right? We're not attached emotionally to who we have sex with. Yeah. And that's where pair bonding comes in. But we're told men and women are not the same.
What do you mean by pair bonding?
So pair bonding means specifically pair bonding when dealing with intimacy with females, right? They did a study. The more sexual partners a woman has, the less likely she is to pair bond with her husband, right? So
shit gets me so mad.
So because there's things put in place, right? So even with oxytocin, right? Yeah. Women during sex. I'm spitting like this is truth. So even during sex, right, which is the hormone that accounts for being attached to someone, right? Women actually, produce more oxytocin than men during sex, right? It's just like I always say, off topic a little bit, but I always say when it's hard. If a woman is a bad mother, then she's really a piece of shit. Because there's so many things put in place to ensure that a woman's a good mother. There's there's bonding hormones that make it almost impossible for a woman to walk away from her child. As a man, the only thing that keeps a man being a good father is social responsibility and just self-responsibility. As a man, there's nothing chemically in place that makes a man a good father. You just are a good father or you're not, based upon who that man is. As a woman, there's chemical things put in place that ensures that woman is a good mom to that kid. Even in like the animal kingdom, you look, rarely you see male animals stick around the baby. It's always the mom, the mom grizzly bear willing to die for her cubs. So we're totally different. But off topic a little bit, same thing with sex, pair bonding. When a woman has, right, typically when women are intimate with their partners, they have that pair bonding thing. And what happens is if a woman's able to be desensitized sexually and she's not attached emotionally to her partners, then to her sex means nothing. And then what's going to happen is when she gets married, she will now compare her previous experiences with her current husband. And it's going to make it hard for her to stick to that man. So pair bonding is like her ability to stick to the man that she's sleeping with. Men, we don't have that. Right? Like we don't attach to the person that we don't emotionally bond to the person that we're sleeping with. Typically. So what?
No, I'm just thinking.
Thinking about what? What are you thinking about?
Thinking-
No, yeah, just taking it in because I feel like
Thinking
that's a
about
really interesting concept because I feel like I could see where like, where women, when we have sex versus like when a man has sex, like how we may feel differently about it or analyze that or how like I get all that, but I also just feel like sometimes I don't know. I just feel like a lot of these conversations, this idea that generally this is how it goes. Like if you have sex with too many people, you're not able to connect. Like who said that? Like what I want to say is like what are these statistics coming from sometimes? Because I just kind of feel like I'm not saying it's not true, but I just feel like sometimes I just need more facts because I just feel like I didn't sleep with only one person, and I don't feel like if I'm with somebody that I'm really connected with, that means that I'm not able to tap into that because I had sex with somebody else before. Like that doesn't really make sense.
No,
to me.
it's not. It's not saying that women can't bond or stick to a man after having previous sexual partners. I'm saying it drops precipitously. Like the more sexual. So according to the study, they were saying the more sexual partners a woman has, the harder it is for her to pair bond, because. For women,
the harder
right?
it is for her to find the person.
Find connection.
Yeah,
But
so
also-
to connect, because here's the thing, right? So when you look at it, it's kind of, I mean, I'll pull up the study for you guys, but it's just totally different. Like men, we don't, when a woman sleeps with a man, right, there's something there. So I'll always say that a woman has more to lose, right, from picking a bad sexual partner than a man does.
Yeah.
Because what if you get pregnant, right? A man can get a woman pregnant and get up and leave. A man can go to a different country, get a woman
Never
pregnant,
deal
get
with
on
it
a plane, and
Yeah.
leave. You have to sit with that. And also for a man, right, there's modern day things in place that ensures paternity. But when a man is dating a woman that had a promiscuous past, it's hard for him because she becomes a bad bet for paternity, right? A man's worst nightmare is sleeping with a female and getting her pregnant and not knowing if the kid is his or not, right? We have modern day social, things put in place, through technology that we can take a test to find out if that kid is ours. But a woman who's indiscriminately having sex, if you sleep with that woman now, we're still hardwired to think like back in the day, like, damn, if I sleep with this woman, she might be a bad bet for, me knowing if that kid is mine or not. So we're just totally different. But you were saying, you want to say something, Kim?
No,
Well,
and if I did it went away.
Oh, so you were saying something, Shanae?
No, I was just saying that, like, I see how that makes sense, and I understand because I've been told multiple times I'm somebody who looks for the unicorn. Like, I keep bringing
Yeah.
up exceptions.
He doesn't exist.
But the thing about that, everybody keeps saying that, but I feel like, I really legit know people that, that this doesn't apply to. Multiple people. Maybe I just know all the unicorns in the world. I don't know, but.
Wait, unicorns in terms
I mean,
of
as far as, like, for example, like, a lot of people will say that certain things are the norm, the general, and there's a couple outliers. Like when the JayZ and Beyonce, like how that's not a good example because that's not the norm, and that's a something totally different. So I just feel like, but I feel like every time people say these things that are general statements or general knowledge, it's like, well, then why can I think of 1,000, like maybe not 1,000, I should take that back, but why can I think of numerous types of like instances that proves that wrong? Like that's what I'm kind of like, not saying I don't believe in it, because I'm one of those people I have to I need all the facts.
Okay, yeah. I mean, too, oh, go ahead, what were you
I
saying?
mean, to that too, like a lot of people turn around and say like those who sleep together on the first night meeting or on the first date, like potentially like it's not gonna work. It won't move any further. It's only gonna move further
Do
in
you
sex.
believe that's true?
In some instances, yes, but I think if both people's the thing is if your intention is to find somebody and to be intimate with one person or to find a long-term relationship and the night heads there, okay. But if you're the type of person that's coming in talking your shit and trying to manipulate the woman into having sex with you, then no, it's not going anywhere. But if you both come into the situation with proper intentions and the intention of, hey, like, are you gonna call me tomorrow? Like, was this it? And even that, like, sometimes it just ends up being sex. Like, oh, okay, like, I'm just gonna hit you up to just have sex. And I feel like that's why it is so important to turn around and say, you know what, like, let's take a step back and maybe wait a day or two or a date or two in between so that we know that this is what we want.
But see, but here's the thing. Again, I have to go back to men and women are different, right? Men want sex, women want relationships, right? Wait,
Right,
hold on.
but women
But let me
want
say
sex
this.
too.
Yeah, but here's the thing, though. It's a little bit different, though. Women will give you sex if they know that you're that guy, right? If you create a safe space, you're the kind of guy that can provide resources. You can provide
Well, why would I
security.
want to sleep with a lame?
No, and you shouldn't. No, and you shouldn't. That's a
would
mating
I
strategy.
wanna, like,
No, you
But
shouldn't.
that's another thing that I said to you earlier.
Yeah.
Like, going out and finding somebody to have sex with is like me coming to you and offering you my dirty toothbrush. Do you want to brush your teeth with my toothbrush?
But you have to understand.
Like, I
But-
don't want what you have, and you don't know what I have.
Yeah.
So why don't we take some time to get to know one another? If not, it's simply just sex.
But here's the thing,
But
though.
then, but to my point before, like, I don't need just sex.
Uh-huh.
A man can make himself come,
Uh-huh.
but I can make myself come too. Like, that's where it differs. Like, I don't need to go out and be like, oh wow, he's attractive, let me take him home tonight,
Yeah.
and then like, let's see where it goes. Why, like, as a man, why would you want to stick your dick in somebody with no condom? Because that's the wave.
That's totally-
That is the wave.
Yo,
now, like, I will
I don't
straight
know
up
about
be like, do you
that
have a
wave.
condom? What do you
Nah,
mean? Do I
that's-
got a condom? You think I'm dirty?
That's crazy. Nah, I can't. Listen.
Do I think you're dirty? No, maybe you're not.
Yo,
Do you know if I'm
wear
clean?
wear
Like,
condoms, everybody. Like,
no,
But-
but it's
no,
such
but
a
here's
true
but,
thing. Like,
but
you
Danielle,
have no
see,
intentions
but see,
of
here's it is,
being
right?
with
The-
this
so
person.
so the dating dance between women is a delicate dance, right? So here's what it is, right? Let me break it down for you. So men want to get sex without giving time, attention, right, and resources. Women want a man's time, attention, resources without giving sex, right? It's sad, but that's how this shit works.
That's true.
Men want
I
sex.
want to give sex.
Huh?
I said I want to give it.
No, and that's, but that's cool.
It's not to the wrong person.
But at the same time, you're still hardwired to give sex to men you deem worthy, right? Because
I don't know about all that, but okay.
no, what are you? I'm trying to.
Well, none of them are worthy.
Oh man,
We thought they were at first.
you thought they were at first, right?
First initially.
Listen, that's another podcast. But no, but seriously, right? So all men want sex, and I tell women, you can even lock a man down even if you sleep with him the first night. The thing that you have to do is add value right after you give him sex, all right?
Make
no,
breakfast
something-
the next day?
no. You have to find out. No, here's how you add value: is in order to add value to a man's life, for him to consider you long term, you have to know that man, right? Because, but here's the thing: listen to what I'm saying to you. Listen to what I'm saying to you. So with the man, most men are used to women just not offering anything, right? Most women think that they're just them being there is enough. That's enough validation and value. And most men, frankly, don't get anything in return, right? Most men have to be smart, be charismatic, be charming, be a protector, be a provider.
Women too nowadays, though,
What?
have to carry a lot because there's somebody else waiting to take their place. Like what you're saying.
Wait, what do you mean? Like in a relationship?
In a relationship, with sex, with anything. Because like at the end of the day, like I've come to terms with, I am who I am.
Mhm.
I'm the type of person that whether I slept with you the first night or 3 nights in, I'm gonna show you that I'm clean. My house is kept. I'm getting up. I'm going to the gym. Don't care what you're doing. Like I'm still gonna do things for me, but I'm also at the end
But
of the,
Danielle,
at the
have
back
you
end
ever?
of it.
But do you know what men actually want?
Yeah,
What do
they
men
want
want?
somebody to shut the fuck up and suck their dick.
Oh,
Just shut up.
yo, it's
They
more.
don't want nothing
Yeah.
else. I could offer coffee. I could offer breakfast because I've done it.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
have done it. I have said, you know what? A man wants to fuck. He's good looking. I'm good looking. We just matched. We just met. Whatever. You know what? My apartment's open. You're free. Let's go. Let's get it. And next morning, I'm making French toast. I'm making eggs and bacon. I'm making you coffee. And you're still like, well, look at the time. Well, gotta go. What the fuck?
But here's the thing, though. Do you do that to men that are, you know,
I've
so
done
what kind
it
of
to
caliber?
both.
But what kind of caliber men are you doing that for, though?
But I've done it for both calibers, like where you say like, oh, like, but at the same time, you said you need to know your man, right?
Mm-hmm.
How do I know you? I just met you, and
So
you're
it
willing
takes time.
to put,
No, it
but
takes
you're
time.
willing to already fuck me and put your dick in me. But yet, in order to keep you, I need to know you.
So here's so it's
You
a, it's
see,
a
but you see that
yeah,
pull there? Like I'm
because-
supposed to know you to keep you, but if I don't give you what you're looking for, you're not likely gonna stay.
Mm-hmm.
Like because here I am like dragging it out. Oh, you can't have it yet. Maybe next time. Maybe the next day. Oh, just a kiss. Oh, I'll give you head tonight. But like, but then you gotta go home. Like you can't keep this pull. But at the same time, if you give it, like I said to a kid a couple of months ago, he's coming at me asking me to do things and stuff like that. I said, but wait, what's your angle? What's your motive? Because at the end of this, if you're just looking to get sex from me, look at all the time, effort, manipulation, stress, back and forth that you just did just to get in my pants. Instead of just being forward and being like, hey, this is what I'm looking for, flat out. I'm honestly not looking for anything serious. I want to have sex. You're good looking. I'm good looking. Wait, and and this is where I draw the line, and that's that. And he's like, oh, but that's so disrespectful. I said, but you just manipulated me to take my pants off, and you're gone anyway. So it's like, where do you draw the line of, oh, okay, in order to keep a man, I have to know him, but if I don't sleep with him, I'm not gonna get a chance to know him.
But I mean, men, it's
Like,
kind of crazy.
what?
But a lot of men can't tell the truth, right? Even if a man, because I mean, it's a mating
You got me
strategy.
sweating. I don't even have a shirt on. You can't take this off. What do you mean they can't tell the truth?
because most women, if a man's honest with a woman, says, "Hey, I just want to have sex with you. I don't want."
But Mary Jo is right there to say, "I'm ready to fuck."
No, but what did I tell you earlier? The average man is sex. Like the average man hasn't had sex between 1 and 3. Like 1 to 3 men haven't had sex.
Yeah, but the men that are out there doing that, they know that someone else is like waiting. Like I feel like a couple of
But Daniel, it's hard for men. The average man is not getting attention from females. The average man is not getting attention. He's not having sex. The average man is not even on the most average.
Links, people liking each other's stories.
Yeah,
commenting.
but it's not the average man though. The average man is not even noticed by the average woman.
They don't know how to do it right. You can come over. You want to have some pizza?
What do you think, Kim, about that?
If 1 in 3 men aren't, then what are they doing? Are they giving up? Are they?
They're subscribing to OnlyFans. They're watching porn.
Damn.
No, I'm serious, right? And that's why the sex industry is built off of a man's desperation. If every man was getting girls, you think girls can demand the kind of prices that they have on OnlyFans, the porn industry, right? That's what fuels it. Is a man's desperation. Men are not,
But when you look at the men that are on there,
Exactly. But that's what I'm saying. The average man is not even noticeable.
Okay, so then what my question is like,
if you were a woman, would you notice them?
what is the solution
But
to
here's
that? Like,
what's the solution?
what is the solution to that? Like, do you feel like women their standards are too high?
I think so.
Like,
I think to another
Because we're talking
question
about
that I had.
one of the topics we're talking about is,
Yeah.
do you think that being high earners, having a career, does that get in the way of us dating people? So now, to kind of circle it all back, I forgot what my question was, but
What's the solution?
what is the solution?
What's the solution? I think women have to lower their standards, right? Because you have a situation where the most average woman won't even accept the most average guy. Back in the day, a grandpa,
They're not doing anything.
What do you mean?
Like no one puts in any effort. Like in person, through text, like it's just like so regular. Like do something that stands out. Like I was watching a thing on Instagram the other day, and I mean, granted, it's probably from the 60s, 70s, 80s. Who knows when this couple of 30 years ago met? But he changed her train every day for 2 weeks so he could see her.
But here's the thing,
Didn't
though.
even,
But
where's
Danielle,
the effort?
in the current dating market, though, chivalry is not respected, right?
Because
chivalry
it's
is
too
dead
common.
right now, and feminism
Not
killed it.
Do you think it's not respected, or do you think it's not respected depending on who's doing it? Because
I just think that-
if somebody, I think it's a loser doing
recognized by
it.
the people that
Like, my
want-
looks ill.
Ew.
But also, it's like, part of it is, a lot of times women say they want the nice guy, the guy that pulls out chairs, opens doors, gives them flowers. But a lot of times those guys are not respected. They go after the guys that prioritize themselves. And that's another thing, and I always say too, that a lot of times women...
a lot of times those guys don't, like they're insecure.
I wouldn't say insecure, but a lot of times though, women don't even want to be attracted to the kind of guys that they're attracted to, right? Like for women, attraction is not logical. So if you ask a woman what kind of man does she want, she'll say, I want a man that's kind, that's sweet, that's nice, that's gonna, wait on me hand and foot, it's gonna pull out my chair, open my door. But a lot of times, guys like that get pushed to the side.
But see, like, why does being polite and thoughtful have to also be synonymous with you're a pushover? Say, for example, like if you're a successful guy, right?
Yeah.
Would you say that? So you wouldn't consider yourself a pushover, but would you say that you're not thoughtful?
I'm thoughtful, but you just have to be careful. You have to make sure that your thoughtfulness is being reciprocated, right?
Okay.
Like you have to give that to women who deserve it. Like a man's time and validation he should value that, right? Just like a woman values her sexuality. A woman that just doesn't give her sexuality freely. A man shouldn't give his time, attention, and validation and resources freely. You should only distribute that to a person that is worthy of that.
Right, but nowadays that translates into I'm not giving it to anybody.
Yeah.
What do you mean, like men?
I've heard people say that before.
What, men say that?
That people
Men
said
and
like,
women,
no
like,
one's getting my time,
No
or
one's gonna get my attention.
my energy.
You gotta this and that.
and it's like, so then who's getting it then? Like then what is
like,
it?
what's the purpose of us even trying to talk? Or like, why am I gonna go and have sex with you if I know it's gonna go nowhere? Why do I want to open that door? Why do I want to continue to text you back and forth? Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. And like, even to your point, like, where does it go from there? Like, how do we transpire into something when you're just...
Yeah, men are simple, man. Like, here's the thing. Women like to complicate shit. Men are very simple, right? We don't ask for much. We don't need much. We like consistency. We like just, you know...
Shut up.
No, but seriously, like, we like consistency. And, you know, I'm going to be honest with you. In today's
So why do
times...
you like multiple women?
But that's something
that's
not
totally different.
consistent.
Yeah.
No, but here's the thing. As far as consistency in a relationship, right? What a man liking and first of all, most men don't even have the value to even attract multiple women, right? We're talking about a select group of men. Most men fucking struggle to get one woman, right? So they're not even thinking about cheating. A mating strategy for a lot of men is just, like I said, putting everything into one woman to just get that female attention, right? And that's why too, arranged marriages too, that could be a mating strategy for a lot of men who otherwise wouldn't get attention from females, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when you talk about men fucking all the girls and cheating, that's only a select group of men. To even have the opportunity, you have to be at a certain level. So
But see, I'm confused because you said all men cheat.
yeah. So here's the thing. I'm saying
when presented.
yeah, when presented, all men cheat, right? A man is only as faithful as his options, right? So like I said, we're different.
But
Men,
women too, then.
no, it's totally different. Women, like I said earlier, when a woman's with a man that she loves, admires, and respects, all other men are invisible to her.
Yeah, but he has to admire and respect her. Otherwise, all men won't.
So when a man loves, admires, and respects his woman, he gives her time, attention, validation, resources, the last name. Women, right? Women are the gatekeepers to sex. Men are the gatekeepers to relationships and last names. I give you my last name. You don't give me yours. That means something, right?
Not nowadays.
I mean, no, but I mean, and now let's talk about this too. Marriage, right? Is marriage still good for in modern time for men, right? Women are incentivized now more than ever to get a divorce, right? The government incentivizes, right, women to get divorces. Men have a higher chance of more than women than getting their children stripped away from them because the courts tend to side with the mom.
Yeah.
And nowadays marriage is not even about responsibility and duty. It's about happiness and feelings. Marriage can never be about feelings and love and how you just feel in the moment. It has to be about duty and responsibility. And so
it can't be both.
I mean, it can, but the main thing is about duty and responsibility, right? Marriage just ensures that a child is raised in a two-parent household, right? That's you know, just like the nuclear family, because we all know kids raised with the two-parent household they do better in life, right? Like most men that's in prison, that's degenerates into societies because they don't have that fatherly figure in the household. They don't have that discipline. So it's like if we're in a situation where people understand like divorce is not an option, we're getting married, this is for life through sickness and health, responsibility, duty, no matter what, then I think marriage would be okay. But if you're talking about just like modern day, I feel like I love him, I love her, we should just get married. It's not going to work. I always say a lot of women want to get married, but not a lot of women want to be wives, right? So do you still think marriage is? Do you feel men get treated equally when we talk about marriage? As far as like divorce.
Benefiting from it?
I'm sorry?
Oh, benefiting from marriage?
Yeah, benefiting from marriage. Yeah, from marriage. You think you still think that it's still beneficial for men to get married in modern time?
Yeah, I would say so. I think it's beneficial because, like you said, like I think that there's value in having a family, having a two-person family. And I think too, like when marriages are healthy and they're, well balanced, I think that both people benefit. Like just gonna be a natural benefiting, even if you're not even trying to do that. I think that when it's not a benefit for the man, is usually because it's just not the right like combination of him and her. Like something's not right there.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And why do you think divorce is up? I mean, like 70%.
Social media.
What if,
I think it's a lot of
Can I,
things. I think it's programming. Yeah.
ask you what you meant by women are not like they're not ready to be wives?
Like, so for instance, so women, you know, fall in love with the idea of a wedding, right? Just being married.
Yeah.
But do they know what it takes to be a wife, right? Like, you know, doing their part in a marriage to sustain that marriage.
Yeah.
A lot of times women, they get caught up with the fairy tale, with the marriage, the dress.
Weddings are so over.
It is. And men, it's like men, we suffer in silence a lot of times. Like I always say, men are not built to, you know, for divorce. Men will stay with the same woman for life. We don't care. Most of the time, if a man breaks up with a woman, if he leaves her, she did some shit. I will always say, right? Like, women have too many options. They have, you know, they go through more emotions than men do. So I would say that you have to keep a woman more emotionally engaged, right? You have to still be at the top of your game, or she will replace you. As a man, we're more loyal, right? Women prioritize their happiness first. If they're not happy, they're fucking out. A man, we could be unhappy and still stay with the same woman for years, and no one even like thinks about that shit.
Is it? Do you think men are more likely to stay even though they're unhappy because they're gonna go cheat? And I'm joking, slightly joking.
Because
I mean,
also
like,
too, it's cheaper to keep her too, right? Like, we know we'll get fucked in the court system. That's one. Also too, men we're just more I would say emotionally consistent, right? Like I said before, a man can sleep with another woman and still love his wife the same. Women, on the other hand, there's too many options, and when she starts, you know, even entertaining the idea of another man's over. Yeah. So it's like it's just totally different. Marriage just means, I think for a man, we know we'll lose so much in like a divorce, so we'll just stay there, and we just love consistency, I think. Yeah. What other questions you guys have?
On the topic of marriage, I don't remember the exact like quote or post I saw about it. It was something about how men will marry. Men will marry when they're ready, but it doesn't matter, like, which woman is in front of them, or like which woman is with them. Like,
I think.
do you know what I mean?
Like the timing.
Yeah, it's the timing. It's more so timing.
Like, this
for
matter
them
who it is, I'm
versus,
ready.
Like
You.
women will. I don't remember what it was. It was like women will marry for love, like for the right man.
Mm-hmm.
But then it was something like men will marry
For the right time.
at the right time.
It just has to make
doesn't
sense to
matter,
us,
like,
right?
who it is,
Yeah, I think-
kinda thing. The woman that's in front of them, the woman that's like.
Yeah, the woman who stuck it out, right?
It
The
might,
woman.
not,
It has to
or
make
not
sense.
necessarily the woman that stuck it out. The woman, maybe there was a woman who like they would have married, but they weren't ready.
Mm-hmm.
But
Just whoever's available at that time, right?
yeah,
Yeah, I can see that, because men, we get into relationships idealistically, and also too, we get into relationships, and if that woman is there and she's consistent and she's been with us through thick and thin, we'll give her that honor of giving her like our last name and marrying her. Like, women, on the other hand, you have to consistently be a provider. You have to be consistently, you know, goal driven. You have to be her best option at all times.
Yeah.
As a man, you have to stay on your game, or she will leave you.
yeah.
As a man, we don't give a fuck about your money, how much you can provide, your ability to protect. We just want to know that you're going to be rock solid in our corner, and you're going to be consistent with us,
Peace.
and you're going to be a good mother to our, you know, children in the future. You know, yeah.
But peace. A lot of
And
them
peace,
want
yeah, and
peace.
that's another thing too, right? Just a woman has to be a man's, you know, peace, right? She has to create a situation where that home is peaceful, because as a man, we go out into the world, we go through so much shit. We you know, we're fighting every single day, not just physically, but I mean just metaphorically, right? Fighting for our place in the world, creating, trying to just be the best man that we could become, you know, cutting
Right.
deals, doing all types of shit. So when we come home, we want peace. We want the opposite of what the world gives us, right? And yeah, like that's basically what it is.
Would you agree with that then?
Yeah, to a certain extent. Yeah, I can see why that makes sense. And one more topic: can men and women be friends? I mean, do you think men and women can be friends, or do you think that me personally, I don't believe men and women can be friends.
Why?
Because most men that's in a woman's friend zone was put there, right?
It's a placeholder.
No, it's not just a placeholder. It's just that most men that's in a woman's friend zones is because they liked them at a certain point, and the woman didn't find them desirable or attractive, so they put that man there. And if given the chance and opportunity, that man won't sleep with you if you gave him the opportunity. Most men in your friend zone.
I'm just laughing because we talked about this.
Yeah, we
but
did.
I don't know.
But I think most men would sleep with you if given the chance.
I agree
Is that-
with that.
Yeah.
I feel like
I don't
have
think like
male
Yeah.
friends.
really like I have guy friends that I wouldn't touch, but like if I gave them the opportunity, hell yeah.
Yeah, I
So
agree
then that's
with
not.
that.
So that's
I
not really a
feel like
friendship then.
it's
That's not
okay.
platonic.
I feel
Yeah,
like I have friends.
but I also have guy friends that like will be like, hey, what are you doing? You want to go grab food? There's no one else around. We're chilling. We'll meet up with everybody later. Like, let's go grab a bite, and then we'll meet up. We'll meet up with everybody like at my house later. Like, what's good? Like, what are you up to? I'm going to meet Stephanie. You going to meet Marie? Okay,
Yeah.
we'll see you in a few.
But that still doesn't negate the fact that if given the chance, they would sleep with you, right?
I agree with that.
Yeah,
Like,
definitely.
On my side, it's we're just friends, you know. Like,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I can agree that if they were presented the opportunity, they would totally take it.
So then that's not true platonic friendship.
So you don't think it exists at all, like a platonic?
Nah,
male
I just think me
and
personally, I
female
don't really do female friends because it's like, so for one, right? As a man, there's an invisible burden of performance that men have to adhere to and go through that women don't understand. So for me, having female friends, me personally, it's not as beneficial as having male friends. I can call up a guy. He knows what I'm going through more than a woman can ever imagine, right? Like women and men are different. We go through different realities. We have different existences. So for me, it's like I'd rather call my guy friend who knows exactly, like what I'm going through because he's been through it. Even if he hasn't been through it, he still has that male understanding. So I would argue that women get more benefit of having guy friends than guys do having female friends. Because think about it, right? If you have a guy friend and y'all hanging out, you're still gonna get that masculine energy. He's still gonna protect you. He's still gonna provide for you, right? If given opportunity, and you don't have to give him sex. So right, so he's not getting what he wants ultimately, but you're still getting that male energy. He's still treating you as if he would, as he would if he was dating you, but without that.
But what about if there's no physical attraction? Period.
Wait, on what?
Both ends.
But like I told you, a man doesn't have to be attracted to a woman that he sleeps with. You do, but men typically don't. So,
Typically.
and
So how
most
about
men,
you?
how about me what?
Yeah.
I like this. Ask me more questions. What?
And
How about me
so
what?
we kind of talked about
So,
this. Like
yeah.
in your relationship, or if you're in a relationship,
Mhm.
you don't believe in the person that you're with
Mhm.
having male friends.
So here's the thing, right? I have boundaries and standards that I set for myself. A woman can do whatever she wants to do, but you won't be dating me doing it, right? I don't date women that facts. I don't date women that go to clubs and bars and parties and goes to clubs and shit. I don't date women that has
But
male
what about
friends.
if she wants you to go with her and like only attends these things with you?
I mean,
If it's something that she
if it's like a
enjoys.
special event, like a friend's birthday, and she's like, "Babe, come out," I'll do it. But I'm not a party either. Like I'm not a
Right.
club kind of guy. So for me, before we even get to that, like I don't think I would date a woman that is an avid club goer or party and shit like that. But for me, I don't date women that go to clubs, like that hang out at bars, that have male friends. Me personally, I just don't do it.
Yeah, but a woman who has male friends isn't a person, like, it's not synonymous with a person who goes to the bar. You know what I mean?
No,
No,
but
but it's also not synonymous with somebody that sleeps with a lot of men either.
But here's the thing, right? So you have to understand, right? Men, right? So the nightlife industry it is what it is, right?
Yeah.
Right? Men go there to get drunk and pick up chicks, right? If I love and value my woman, I would not want her in an environment with a bunch of testosterone, where there's a bunch of liquor flowing, and there's guys going to be hitting her. I heard somebody say something. If you have a Lamborghini, right, and you park it in the worst neighborhood, even though you have the best security system on it, do you still want people trying to steal it? Right? So why would you, as a woman, if you have a man at home, why would you want to be in an environment, right, where men are coming to pick you up?
Okay, but just friends, the topic of friends.
Uh-huh.
She doesn't go out.
Uh-huh.
She can't have male friends.
No, a woman can do whatever she says. I don't want people to say.
No, for
No,
you,
here's the thing.
like someone you're dating.
Yeah,
like,
a woman can do whatever she wants to do, but then she's single if she wants to do those things while she's with me, right? Because like I said, men and women.
Wait, say that again.
Oh, like I said, like
She's
I
single
don't.
if she wants to do those things.
Yeah,
Oh,
I don't.
okay.
A woman can do whatever. I never put any restrictions on a woman. I have boundaries and standards for myself.
But if they want to be with you, this
They
is
don't
what
have
to
male
follow.
friends. Is what you're saying.
I don't date women that have male friends because, like I explained, men.
But you won't tell her like the reason why I don't want to be with you is because you have too many guy friends.
Yeah, I'll let her know from the gate. So here's the thing. This is why it's important for the woman to angle for the relationship, right? In the beginning, you as the man cannot be the one angling to be in a relationship, right? Because as a man, you have to make sure that that woman, like I always say, in order for a relationship to work, a woman has to love the man more, has to like the man more. Because
Wow,
women
because
have.
they say that about men. They
You think
say
so?
in order
Yeah.
for
Nah.
a relationship to work, the man has to love the woman more.
Now I'm gonna tell you why I don't believe that, and I believe the woman has to love the man more. Is because a woman has
each other.
a woman has too many options, right? And a woman always is attracted to a man that she looks up to, that she admires and she respects. Like I said, women are hypergamous by nature, right? Women go for their superior. Women never date their equal. So a woman, like just by default, a woman has to, if it's gonna work, I strongly believe a woman has to love the man more because women are like I said, they go through so many emotions, right? They feel differently different days, right? Based on hormones and different things like that. And they have too many options. So the moment your woman stops looking up to you, stops looking at you as somebody that she's admiring, a person that she like just can't stop thinking about, then it's not gonna work. It has to be like
I think that's for a
that.
man too. Like once a man starts, because in my situation when I was cheated on, I mean, when I found out, it was about a year into it of them being whatever, and the message that came across that I found was from him to her. It's not just about the sex for me. It's about the fact that I feel emotionally comfortable and relaxed around you. And he wanted her to know that she deserved to feel special.
Okay, so that's more like emotional cheating, right?
Right.
It's more than sexual. Okay.
But also, like, in the same sense, like, oh, I just said something like that. So do you just say
Wait, he
things
said
to me?
what?
I
Say
just said that. It was just something I said to her. And I was like, that's not something somebody just says to say.
So you
unless
read
you're
those text
real-
messges?
Yeah.
And that's what it said?
Yeah, like, you don't just
men
like-
say a lot of shit just to, like, be able to sleep with women. So I'll have to know more, but
But realistically, like, if that's how you feel being with this person, why am I here? I've been with you 4 years, and I'm trying to sleep with you, I'm trying to touch you, I'm trying to go out with you, I want to do things with you. Leave me alone. I don't want to touch you, don't want to be bothered, get
That's
away
what-
from me.
that's what
Yeah,
they say.
straight up, like, I'm not fucking you right now. I don't want to be bothered with you. Stop crying about it. Go lay down, or would purposefully have sex with me, watch a movie, knowing that I was going to fall asleep in, like, 20 minutes tops. And as soon as I fell asleep, he would slither
so
out
how
the
long were
bed.
you with this man? And when did you start seeing signs of his,
We
just
were
not?
together for, I would say, about 3 years before. But so he had a drug issue too. So that was also part of the problem. Like, hey, I'm not in the mood. Don't touch me. My skin feels weird. I'm coming off of drugs. Or he was high, and who wants to touch you? Who wants to look at you? You're drooling all over yourself. Like,
Yeah.
help yourself. So it was like a cross between that. But then when it came time for, like, okay, you're supposed to be sober right now. You're supposed to be doing the right thing and on the right track. Why are we so distant? Why is it that, like, I'm begging for your attention, to love me, to touch me, to look at me, to want to take me out on the weekends to do things, and it turned out because he was cheating on me. I mean, in my mind, that's what it had to have been. Like, why would you push me away so often and so much unless there was somebody else? But in my mind, I was just like, oh, it's the drugs, it's this or that. I literally told my friend a week to the day before, like, well, you could run me over with an 18-wheeler. This man is not cheating on me. There's no way. Because he had said to me, you have to be careful of people who don't have social media, or who don't actively post or actively, like, show you off, or even acknowledge that they have a girlfriend on these types of platforms, because that usually means they're trying to hide it. And I was like, no way, like, that's such bullshit. Like, I've been with him for 5 years. We live in the same house. Like, I come home to him every night. He comes home to me every night. Like, where is that even taking place? And it wound up being somebody that he worked with, and he was taking her to hotels. And I was just like, after finding that out, I was like, so did you, like, how could you sit here now, almost 4 years later, and say, I love you, and you're the person I want to be with, and I messed up terribly, I made a huge mistake. Because those are things, it's like, I was here. It's not like I wasn't somebody I was shitty, I was running around. I was there. I was in your presence, in your face, trying to give you everything you wanted and more, and it wasn't what you wanted. And then his answer to me is YOLO. That's how I took it. YOLO. It was like it wasn't a one-time thing, because nobody says that to somebody after sleeping with them once. Like, you don't just have those feelings. So it's like, for me, if you're able to cheat, knowing what it could do to the other person, one, but then two, come home and look at them, come home and you know, and not want to be with them, but want them there. Like, that to me is like,
I just think,
crazy.
honestly, Danielle, you just have to, like, maybe, you know, consider why you choose the kind of man that you choose, right? It's like,
yeah, I mean,
you know, so you just have to maybe take a step back and you know, think about how you value yourself, right?
Right. No, absolutely.
You know, and say, you know, I deserve better than that. You know, I deserve to be with a man that can love me, care for me, you know, respect me emotionally, all of that shit.
Absolutely.
So you need to just step back, just, you know,
Put yourself
get in
first.
tune with yourself, and just,
no, absolutely.
and
But I've
say,
come to terms where it's like, well, pretty much every person that I've met over the last, you know, 3 or 4 years has the same way about them, the same vibe. Oh, like, oh, you want to go for ice cream? Yeah, okay, let's go for ice cream. Oh, okay, then you want to watch a movie in your apartment? Yeah, but I'm letting you know now, we're not doing anything. And 5 seconds in, you're already trying to take my pants off, and now we're in this uncomfortable battle of me going, no, no, no. Like, I literally said, I screamed out the other night when I was on a date. I was like, is there any other, like, language that we could say no in? Like, do you speak another language that, because I'm pretty sure the universal sign is just straight up no. And no means enough. Like, just stop trying to push the issue. And then it's like, oh, but, like, we're here. No.
I mean, yeah, it's crazy, man.
Well, like, constantly,
Guys should be able to read a woman's body language.
Right,
You know,
but
even
also just
before
like-
the no verbally comes out, you should know the woman is not into it. Like,
right,
leave it
but
alone.
not even that. Like, why do you think buying me ice cream and giving
Yo.
me an hour and a half of your time gets you what I have?
my God.
Why do you think calling me up on a Tuesday night when you know I'm at work and saying, oh, I know you're busy at work, but you're gonna be hungry when you get home. Like, you want pizza? I could bring pizza over.
Oh my
Do
God.
I need you to bring pizza to my house?
Yo.
Why? So you could try and take my pants off?
Danielle,
I'm good.
these guys, I don't think these guys, you know, they don't deserve to have the interaction with you.
Right.
Because it's not going to yield, you know, positive results. And, you know, and I just think you need to just reevaluate what you want in a man, right? And you might have to consider dating outside of what you normally go after. It might be hard because you're used to a certain, you know, kind of man, but maybe you need to strongly consider dating, you know,
Well,
a
like,
different-
It's like a comfort zone.
Yeah, but like I've even been in places where like I've gone out.
Mhm.
I don't get approached. I don't get looked at. I'm like, damn, must be my energy.
But where do you go though? Like, and a lot of guys too. You
But
have to
also,
understand.
I don't go. Like, that's the thing. Like,
But a
I'm
lot of
talking
guys are
about
scared sometimes to approach though. A lot
Right,
of
but-
guys don't have the listen. A lot of guys are socially awkward, right? They're like incels. They're just comfortable being online and shit. So there's a lot of reasons to why a lot of guys don't approach. But I'm sure still guys approach you though.
Yeah, but even when they do, like, it's nothing with substance. Like,
It's a bare minimum.
yeah, like, what are you offering me that I'm about to give you the best thing I have to give somebody? And why would I give that to you, Tom? Like, what are you bringing? I buy everything I want. I don't need nothing for it.
But you just have to. But you have to like. You have to have a certain level of expectation, right, for yourself. I think, and you also have to. Before a guy even gets to that point, I think you have to have.
But there is no getting to that point. Like,
No, I mean
it's,
before
like,
you even
flat
let
out
him
the
take you out
gate.
on a date though. Like,
But it's flat out the gate, even through conversation. Like, maybe 10 minutes into the conversation, we're already talking about what we like sexually. What? Like, how is this? We just met. Oh, wow. Like, you're real hot. Okay.
You know, it's interesting. I was thinking about this the other day. It's almost like it's like more serious for me and a guy to discuss if we're gonna be in a relationship versus like if we're having sex. Like,
Yeah.
how did we get to that's like this is so backwards. Like,
yeah, like
yeah.
it's such a weird thing.
Wait, hold on a
Then
second. Wait, what did you say, Sinead? You said
I feel like the society that we live in, I feel like
It's
a lot of
easier.
things are so wonky and so weird and so twisted that I feel like it's weird to me that it's a bigger, more serious conversation with a guy about if we're gonna be in a relationship or we're gonna put a title on it versus
Are
if
you
we're gonna have
pregnant?
sex. It's almost like that's just like whatever. And it's like, no, it should actually be the opposite. Like
Right,
that should
and,
be a bigger
men
deal
should have more
than
respect
what
for
we are.
themselves, too.
Yeah.
Like at the end of the day, like that's your body piece
yeah.
that you're just flaunting and whipping out and giving to everybody. Like, why? And then you go home and you're like, damn, I really could have just rubbed one out. Like I didn't need to go. And now this girl's calling me, blowing up my phone, texting me,
Oh, my
bothering me.
God.
I don't ever want to see her again. How do I ghost her? I got this one calling me too. Like, what's the purpose of doing that? But then it's so simple to be like, oh, like, yeah, I like sex, you like sex, hey, what's up? But to say like, oh shit, you like Daninos? I like Daninos. Let's go grab a pie and like have a conversation.
Yeah.
And then guess what? That conversation more than likely will get what you want. Because at the end of the day, we connected on other levels that aren't sexual.
So it's
But
the-
it turned me on.
so
It
it's the
made me
approach.
right. It
Yeah.
made me feel easier to approach you in that light where it's like, oh, okay, like shit, you are kind of cute when you wipe your mouth with that napkin. Like it's just dumb things that you see that you could pick up on and be like, oh wow, like yeah, you know what? I could see myself sleeping with this man,
Yeah.
or being with him sexually. Where it's like, otherwise it's like, okay, I could have took myself to Carvel, got myself ice cream, sat on the couch with my dog, and not had to worry about you trying to breathe down
Listen,
my neck.
I think
You're
maybe
licking
hold
my
on. You know what I
earlobe,
think?
like,
But maybe
I gotta
think
be
I think
conscious
you don't.
if I Q-tip this morning.
But Danielle, there's a bunch of guys.
like no, but that's serious. Like,
but Danielle,
back up.
but I'm sure there's a bunch of guys who are like would date you and be the opposite of what you're describing. You just have to give them the chance. I think that you're so focused on a certain.
Bring them to me.
No, I can't do that. Like, but what I'm saying is like, no. All right, so I'm gonna bring. If I see a guy that I think you would match well with, I'm gonna see what's up. But you have to give that man.
How
what
often
you
do you
saying?
find yourself approaching someone?
Me?
Like the other way.
The other way? Oh,
Because he said guys are shy too. Like they won't.
Yeah, most
So I
guys.
think
some
No,
guys
it's not
don't-
just that they're shy. Most guys are invisible to the average woman, right?
Right, but like I've had encounters where I'm in a Starbucks and I'm looking at you, you're looking at me, I'm looking at you, I'm looking at you, and no one's speaking. And it's like, well, are you not speaking because you have a boyfriend or a girlfriend? Are we not approaching each other because we're nervous? Are you single? How do I know? Am I going to embarrass myself? Are you even looking at me? Are you listening to your music, dazing? Like, are you even paying attention? And it's like, I've come across people that take a double look. I take a double look, but nothing comes of it. And then it's like, okay, well, well, and I've also went up to somebody and been like, listen, like, I have to tell you, like, you're extremely attractive and I'm shooting my shot. Here's my number. And they turn around and be like, oh, got a girlfriend, but I'd love to take you out, so I'm going to keep this. No, give me that back. What you mean you can keep my number?
Yeah.
I get hit on more times than people that are engaged, in a relationship, or married. I get hit on and liking my stories. Why are you liking my story? Aren't you embarrassed? You just posted a picture of your wife and son. Why are you trying to show me any kind of attention whatsoever? Like, that to me just seems disrespectful.
Yeah,
Like,
but like I said though, I think you need to just switch it up a little bit and start to entertain. Maybe that. Maybe it's maybe your location, right? Because people tend to date who's closest to them.
Yeah.
Maybe you need to broaden your horizons a little bit.
But then people are like, oh, I'm not dating somebody that lives in out. Because I've done that. On the
Yeah.
apps, you have the ability to change your location and change your miles. and
I think
stuff like
you're
that.
in your
And
comfort
it's like-
zone when it comes to this dating shit. I don't think that you give yourself a chance to venture out to other like demographics and shit. Like, but we'll see. I'm like take just listen to that, take that in food for thought, and let's see how you'll be able to yield some different results. Kim, this is crazy because we got a topic about the friend shit, like, but yeah. So
Wait,
like
the what?
about the friends,
Oh, yes,
yeah.
friends.
So you were asking me if I would date women that had guy friends. So yeah, I wouldn't be personally because of what I explained to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you had an experience where you were with a girl and something happened with her
that's
guy
good.
friends?
Like, where did that
Or
come?
like,
Where did
yeah,
that
like, where
originate?
did
Did
that
something
boundary
happen?
come
Where
from?
that boundary
Where
come
it's just
from?
like,
It's
I'm
just-
not with that
It's just
kind
I know those guys' intentions in her friend zone, right? Like.
Have you been a
Oh,
friend
because
zone guy?
you're
Never.
because you are.
He's
a
like,
guy
nah,
yourself.
Nah, like I don't. I tell. Listen, me personally,
like-
I tell women straight up, like this is what I want. This is what it is.
So you don't
I
let
read-
yourself get friend zoned.
Yeah, I
You're
don't
just
allow
like, I'm
myself.
not gonna stand here.
I'm
and-
upfront. Yeah, my thing is I'm upfront, honest, and open, and I deal with, like, I have like an abundance mindset, like when dealing with women. I'm in a relationship now, but just me when I was single and shit, like I'm more so like an abundance guy, not scarcity, right? So with me personally, I let a woman know straight up, but I tell women straight up, I'm a fuck boy. I tell them because
So what made you settle down right now?
what made me settle down right now?
What'd you find in her?
It's just because she added value to my life, right? Like for me personally,
That's big.
yeah, for me personally, I'm never single, and it's the crazy shit is that I'm never single. I'm always in a relationship.
I'm never single either.
And never single.
I've never been single.
It's crazy, and I tell women, I'm like, yo, I'm not looking for a relationship right now. This is what it is, and then I think they try to prove that they're worthy to be in a relationship with me. So they start like doing things that I'm
but I
attracted to,
think-
and
yeah,
then
but
and that's
that
how we
I
end
feel
up.
like is such a like flat out like maybe you're a different man,
Uh-huh.
but other men take that as like, oh shit, I can manipulate this girl, like I can get shit out of her without having to do anything. Because I already told her flat out from jump, I'm not looking for anything serious. So anything that she does is on her own. So at the end of it, if I'm still not feeling it and I want to tell her to kick rocks, and she could sit there and be like,
Wait,
what do you
say that
mean?
again.
Like,
You're
you-
saying like, wait, say that again. Repeat
like
that.
it gives like you're saying like women based off of you telling them, hey, like I'm not looking for anything serious right now. I'm just looking to have fun. If we kick it, we kick it. We don't. Cool. And she's like, okay, yeah, great. But then you foresee or you see her then taking little strides to be like, let me show Mo that I'm the woman that he wants. And like now you're like, oh shit, like I could see that. Like you got good qualities
Yeah.
and this and that. But at the end of that and at the other back end, there's assholes and grown men that will do things like that as a stamp. I told you from jump, I want nothing. So
And that might be-
after you went out of your way to do X, Y, and Z to prove to me that you're worthy of something, I still don't want your ass. Kick rocks and keep it pushing because I told you from jump. I put the stamp on it. I'm not looking for
But
it.
even in that situation, I can't even be mad at the man because at least he did say that, right?
Well, right. That's why they put that stamp on it.
yeah.
But now most women now, when they hear that stamp, they're like, oh, all right, like I'm not even gonna give a pinky toe to this man because he doesn't want anything serious and I do, and I'm just gonna wind up looking foolish because I'm putting all this effort into something that he already stated is going nowhere, and we know men are the keepers of
But I think-
relationships and women are the keepers of sex. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
if he already stated like I don't want nothing from this other than sex, for you to then think or then simulate in your brain, okay, I'm gonna get this man, like that's crazy. Like that's like silly of you because now you're the only one that's gonna end up getting played. In this situation, it wound up being like, oh, like more or less like you're saying it, but also you want people to show you what
But
they
see, when
have
you
in
do
their
it like
value.
that, and you know what's crazy? I don't intentionally. This is not even my intentions, but I think it forces women to add value.
Right. Well, that's what I'm saying.
Right.
Like it forces
Yeah,
women,
yeah.
to, but most men take that as game. Like they take
But
that
I
as
don't
like,
think-
look what
but
I can
again-
get from these bitches without doing anything for them because I already told.
But I still
them
gotta
to
respect
do
that
it.
man that says that shit though. I still have to respect the man that tells the
For
woman
being
straight
honest.
up. Yeah, the man
But
that's
then,
like,
but then where do you draw the line of like? Because I've come to situations where I see the girl like buying cars, paying for people's teeth.
for a
Like,
man.
Yeah.
But that's
like
rare,
doing
but-
crazy
and
things.
then
But that's
not,
rare- but
like,
that's super rare, though.
Making anything official,
Right.
not claiming them,
Right, like things
But-
like
but
that,
that's
like
like-
going out of their way.
But that's like an
to-
anomaly. That's super rare. Most women they don't spend money on guys unless they love that guy.
No, but
Unless they
I'm
really-
like right, but I'm not talking about your average high value woman, or I'm just talking about a regular man, regular woman. Like when that's like when that's put on a woman to then show her value, like she will. Like that's like a woman's like you're hitting on their ego
And- but
almost.
see,
like
here's
you're
the-
tapping into
yeah.
their like, oh, like he doesn't think I'm worthy of this. Let me show him I'm worthy of this.
And you know what's so crazy?
But also a lot of regular women, only thing they have to show you that they're worthy of is their pussy. And what they can do sexually,
But
how
that's-
they can
but-
turn
but-
tricks, and what they can do
But
for
here's the
you
thing though,
in
Danielle.
the bedroom.
Well, most women think sex keeps a man. Sex doesn't
Right.
keep
Well,
a
that's
man.
what I'm saying.
Yeah, but
But
so
I was told at a young age that the most important thing is sex for a man, and that's what does keep a man. And if you're not going to be sexual with your man, he's going to go elsewhere.
So here's the thing, right? So like I said before, the way to keep a man is after you guys have sex, add value to his life. Because most women don't. Most women think about, damn, what can I get out of this man?
Right.
Right? Most women think, what the fuck can I get out of this man? Not what can I, give this man? How can I help this man? If most women started adding value to a man's life, and like I said, it goes based off of who that man is. You have to know who you're dating. That man, be a deductive problem solver in that man's life. That man he might just want a fucking protein shake when he comes from the gym. Just by doing that shit, and he doesn't have to do it himself, he's gonna think, damn, like, she's doing something that 99% of the other girls is not doing that I was dating. So you're gonna fucking leap the other girls just by doing something small like that. He might like fucking French toast on Saturdays.
Right.
Just by doing that shit, you added value, right? Because like I said, most women are thinking about, what can I get from a man?
Another issue is, how old are you?
30. I just turned 35 on April 28th. Just passed.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. I'm getting old,
birthday.
man. I'm getting old as fuck.
Most men your age and a little
You're
younger.
Taurus.
Yeah, totally.
Aries.
Aries, yeah.
Most men your age and a little younger
Uh-huh.
still live at home. What can I offer you?
But don't even
What can
fuck
I-
with guys that live at home.
But
Like, you know
but
what's so
that's-
crazy? Wait,
but
this
that's
is like the
like
reverse. Most
90%.
women, like, she's like, most women are like, here, like, I don't fuck with niggas who don't make over 100,000, this and that. You're telling me, you're talking about guys, that shouldn't even be on your radar.
Well, that's not what I'm saying.
That
I'm
shouldn't
talking
even be on
about
your
just
radar.
like random people that I
Uh-huh.
meet online. Like,
Yeah, but that
straight
shouldn't
up,
even be on
10
your.
out of 10.
But like I
Oh,
said,
I
that goes
still
back
live
to
at
you.
home,
But
saving
Danielle,
money.
but listen, that goes back to you trying to be a fixer, a builder, right? That shit doesn't work. If you have to build a man, he's not the man for you. Because no man should only become successful after his woman built him
Right,
up.
like
He should
why
have
are you
that
so
drive.
content, like with staying home in your house? But that's
Yo, we gotta do a one-on-one fucking
That's
podcast.
the
Yeah, heard, yo, we gotta do like a therapy session, some shit. Hey, wait, we have to do like a one-on-one.
But wait, hold on. I want to go back to like YouTube because I feel like you guys haven't really gave your opinions that much. You were asking me something about like, so we're going back to the fringe thing, right? About why,
friends.
yeah. So like I was saying, with that, basically just women. There's a lot of guys in women's friend zones. They put them there, and me as a boyfriend, right, dating a woman that has a guy friends, me
Yeah.
knowing that those guys just want to sleep with my girl, if given a chance, they would, right? To me, it's just not,
It's uncomfortable.
yeah, it's just, it makes me uncomfortable, and I think that's what it is. Even though they
It's like sneaky, in a way. Like when they're around and stuff. Like you know that they're like analyzing
You
your
don't-
relationship.
but it's not even about like being insecure, like knowing
No, I
that.
wouldn't say insecure, but you know that they're in the background of it, and if anything goes left, like they're already looking for it to go left. in a
Yeah,
way.
yeah.
You don't trust them. It's not that you don't trust.
It's not even that. Yeah,
It's
I
the
don't.
vibe.
Yeah, it's just that the fact that that's
It's the
there.
vibe.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
exactly. So it's just not a good look. But yeah, and wait, you were saying something too, Shanae, about that? About
I didn't say anything about it, but
I thought you
I do believe that men and women can't really be friends.
Yeah.
But I also feel like I'm a little biased because I'm just a girl's girl. Like I don't have a guy friend. I don't have guy friends. Not because I purposefully ignore having guy friends. It's either I like girl stuff and I like connect. Like you said about men, like how you could connect with them. I just feel like I'm able to connect and really be truly understood by other women because like we're women and we understand things from a woman's lens and men just don't. You guys just don't.
Gotcha.
But I do think that, even though I don't think they could be friends, I do think that there are some exceptions. Like, say, coworkers.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
so like at work,
yeah.
I'm cool with Lewis.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No, we're not. No.
Yeah. But that's not really a friendship though. That's just like
Oh,
coworkers.
I guess.
Yeah.
Acquaintances.
Yeah. The only time I
I don't
think.
know. I feel like I vibe more with men.
You think so?
Like conversational wise, like if I'm going to like reach for the phone, like
Yeah.
like it depends. But like I did have at one point a lot of guy friends, and they all got girlfriends, and I saw a lot of like pushback, and I was just like, I'm not dealing with that. But
Yeah.
that is like my go-to. Malik.
Yeah.
Like I call him up for everything. Like that is my go-to, my guy. I call him 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, 1 o'clock in the afternoon. He knows what's up. We're gonna have this conversation, and he's gonna like pinpoint what I'm thinking and also give me the feedback of another male perspective. So it's like, yeah, I can complain to my girlfriend, but like all she's hearing is how shitty my relationship is or how shitty this man is. And like, yeah, he sucks. But then you take it to a man's perspective and you start venting to a man and they're like, wait a second, but what'd you say, D? How did you react? Oh, well, you should have done X, Y, and Z. And the man may have reacted X, Y, and Z then.
Yeah.
And I feel like sometimes it's easier to talk to a man as like from a female's point of view because they're not right away being like, oh, she's so stupid.
Yeah,
Girl,
more,
why did you
men
do
are,
that?
tend to be
Like-
more logically sound, more
Right.
rational. Yeah. Yeah.
Like conversational wise, like it's easier to get across like what you're trying to say
Yeah.
rather than just like banter.
Yeah. No, I
in that
agree.
sense.
Yeah, we gotta hit
That's
up
why
like,
I read like, you know?
yeah, we have to hit up like one more. I want to like one more topic before we close this out. Okay. So why do you think the average man is invisible to the average woman nowadays? Like in terms of like just in dating, why do men?
She's overpopulated, like just oversaturated, like I was
Absolutely.
saying before. Like they, if you're not interested in me, he'll be interested in me. If she's not interested in you, she'll be interested. Like it's just that circle of just back and forth, you know? Like just constant. Like there's always going to be someone else to back it up. Whether you're 100% interested in them or not, like
Yeah.
I could be all about you right now, and you could tell me to fuck off, and he's right there, and I could be like, all right, well, I guess this 60% that I'm feeling is good enough for now. Like there's
But
always,
wait, but do you think that social media played a part?
Yes.
Like inflating like women's egos because like women are getting flown out. I don't blame. Listen, here's the thing. Like, and I always say this shit. Like, if average men were getting flown out just to be there, getting paid, high price meals. What do you expect, right? Like
Yeah.
social media back in the day, a man even had average man had a chance to date someone he grew up with. Now, Instagram, social media has closed the gaps between locations too.
Right.
So now a woman can just get flown out to Dubai. So the average man is not even like he's nobody. Like I tell guys all the time, you got to step your game up, go to the gym, earn money,
Right.
get your status
Yeah.
up to even have a chance with the fucking
Yeah.
like with the average woman.
right, because there's always something else that you're looking at, like porn. Like they say, porn is not really that great for people's sex lives and turning on and off men and women because well that looks good, but it's not real.
Yeah.
It's not, you can't, it's not tangible. You
Yeah.
can't recreate that with everyone or with one person. Like you can't, but you want to. So you constantly like fantasize about that. It's the same thing with Instagram. I could be holding your hand dating you, but I'm watching him fly to Dubai and having his Rolex and his Bentley, and I'm sitting there and I'm like, well, that looks nice too. Why doesn't Mohawk, like, why can't I have that? So it inflates in the sense where it's like, okay, well, I'm always keeping my options open in the back of my mind, like whether it's real or not. I may like a picture of yours from 6 months ago. Doesn't necessarily mean anything, but it's like me in the back of my mind keeping that connection or like just an opening for anything else because you're constantly seeing better and different things. You're like, oh shit, like, yeah, my girl's got C's, but this one's got D's. Damn, like, it's just always you can get bigger, better, newer,
But
like.
for the women, like they have that option. They have that privilege
But
of.
men do too, but it's just like.
You think men have the same
Do
options?
you
as
not
women?
agree that men have the same options as women as far as like social media stands? Like,
Hell no.
I think
as
that-
long as they're keeping up, like,
I just feel like with the men thing, I just feel like, I'm gonna be honest, I feel like a lot of these conversations, it's always like, well, women's, their egos are too high. They have too high expectations. Like, I'm not trying to be mean, but I feel like that could be true, but also what could be true is that maybe the average man needs to like
Step
stop
it
being
up.
below average. Because like, yes, there's statistics about like what people make as being average, what is it, but I feel like someone else has said it about like, well, what are you doing to stand out? Like, no offense, like, the average woman will date an average man, but maybe some of us have the wrong idea of what actually is an average man. But I think that if somebody really is ambitious and someone really is working on themselves, maybe they're not the best looking person, but working on themselves, they have a good personality, you're gonna match with somebody. But I just think that it's that the blame is all like the women want too much and we're just gonna sit here. It's like, no, you gotta do something. Like, for example, like as a woman, you had said it, we have to not compete, but we have to like how we look matters. Yes, how you're born matters, and you're born with all your value. But also, too, let's be honest. As women, we do things to make ourselves look more appealing, right? To appeal to more men. Like, okay, I'm gonna do my hair, put my makeup on, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. So I just kind of feel like if you're a man, if you have a pot belly, you have no money, and you're crying because nobody wants you, and you're invisible, you're making yourself invisible.
No,
you
yeah,
need to
for
be
sure.
responsible for
Yeah, you
yourself.
gotta
I'm sorry.
self-improve.
Right,
You need
yeah.
to just do better.
But-
Where your friends at? Get a job,
But
get some
when-
money, get to the
but
gym,
when
do
you have
something.
those kind of men, when you have that quality man, which there are multiple, more of a quality man now, or what appears to be on social media, a quality man or a quality woman, it makes it harder for people to stay loyal, to stay in one place, because you always have something like that option's always there. Like, oh shit, like all I gotta do is send a little request and off to the races. You don't know what's gonna happen, but the option is there. Like the option for more, the option for better is there. Whether it's 100% better or not, I don't believe that, because I believe the grass is only greener where you water it. And if you choose to, I always use the analogy of plants. If you choose to have 6 plants at once, you can't possibly give them the same environment to grow and be great if you're one person. Like, and that's the same thing with dating. Like, I don't understand how people are like, oh yeah, I'm in the dating scene, I'm dating 6 girls at once. Well, what do you mean? Well, it's like planting. You pick the best one that grows. So how's it going to grow if you're not putting the same energy, attention, and time into it that you would give a plant? Environment, light, and water. You can't give that to all 6 plants at once.
What do you think, Kimmy?
Just along the lines of why is the average man invisible?
Yeah, to the average
I
woman.
think it has a lot to do with just how our society is and like how we were, at least like our culture, maybe in other cultures it's different, but that's how we were raised, that the male,
Status.
that the male will, like court the female, and that's how it works. So then maybe in modern time, it's like that's why the average man is invisible, because
You don't want to court.
what are they doing?
Yo, now,
Yeah.
today was like we got some good content out there. I think we got some good. We had some good questions, some good answers, and thank you guys for coming. I appreciate it. This was awesome. You definitely got to do this again.
Yeah.
And we got to hang out and talk more about this kind of
There's
stuff.
not enough time to talk
I appreciate
about all
you
the
guys.
things.
Thank you so much. This is Capture Media, the first episode. The guys, thank you guys for coming. I appreciate you.
It's a
Thank you.
pleasure.